One of the challenges that I think colleges and universities face is that we look internally. We are very inward-focused organizations. We like to invent everything ourselves. We grew up that way. We grew up really as faculty members, then associating with one another, but you're focused on your own entity, your own institution. And over time, we have developed that, and we've developed structures around that that really prize independence of almost any other entity greatly. The challenge that I think we face is that many of the things that we do outside the classroom and outside the research labs, I'm laying aside the primacy of the faculty in those two areas, but the support activities that in fact we need every single day, the buildings, the grounds, the information systems, you name it, those things are not unique to us. Everybody needs those, and everybody has someone who does them. As we face more and more financial challenges at colleges and universities, and I don't care whether you're a community college, a regional private, a regional public, you could even be, a noticeable research institution, you will find that what you're doing to support your enterprise is very similar to what somebody down the street or across town is doing to support that enterprise. And as your budgets become more constrained, you might want to think about, well, there may be another way to do this. We may want to share with the college down the street. You may even want to share between community colleges and universities in the same community. You may want to share among community colleges in the same state. You may want to share among universities in the same state. And what are you sharing? You're not sharing necessarily the secret sauce that is what makes you unique as an independent institution. What you're sharing instead are the kinds of things that allow you to do that. So, do you need to run your own payroll system? Well, maybe not. Do you need to, in fact, have the same, to run your own, you name it. I don't even care what it is. You have to think about that carefully. Now, I can see there are some cases in which you will believe that, in fact, whatever that support service is essential to your identity. There may be those. But ask yourself if that's really true. I have seen situations in which we, as institutions, will in fact defer to the people who are doing the job because we like them. That doesn't mean they're doing the job well. They may be. It doesn't mean, in fact, that there isn't a better way to do it, because there may be. But we default to not even asking the question. And I guess what I'm saying is, as we are faced with financial difficulties, due to the enrollment cliff, due to any federal changes in financial aid, due to erosion of state support, due to, in fact, fewer and fewer students coming to some of our institutions, as those financial pressures mount and build, are there ways that we can keep our identity as an institution in our focus on what our own mission and purpose is, and the success of our own students, the success of our own research efforts, and yet find ways to do so more effectively and more efficiently and in a less costly manner through sharing some of those support services with other institutions who may be like us or may even be a little bit different than us, but nonetheless have those same kinds of needs and that we do for the kinds of support in order to keep the enterprise advancing. What is CampusWorks special? Go back to sort of a focus on the customer in an ethical manner. Now, I chose those words with some care, but if you look at what CampusWorks' own guiding principles are, they're all there. Because really, CampusWorks only exists to help colleges and universities fulfill their missions. The primary mission is really the education of students and the success of those students in building a society that we all want to live in. That really is the motivator for CampusWorks. But the manner in which they do it, the engagement that they have with campuses is both an authentic engagement and an ethical engagement. And I think that's very important too, because it gives you a ground, it gives them a grounding, and it gives campuses an understanding of the values that the organization brings to every engagement it has in order to advance the purpose and mission that you as an individual campus have, but to do so in a way that honors your values because it is done in a very straight up and ethical manner.